Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing fantastic and that you're all having an incredible day. A very big thank you, very big thank you to everyone out there for all the likes, all the comments, for all the support on the new art, for all the support on the new channel, and as well as the podcast. Links for all those things in the description below. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Let's jump right into it. There's a lot going on. You're going to see a trend in what we're talking about, but there's one specific theme that keeps floating around today. For those of you not looking at the screen, it says crypto rally. Bitcoin and altcoins bounce back. How high can they go? I know. One day prices are down and the news is gloomy. One day prices are up and everything's very sunny. The next day prices have fallen back down again. And it just seems to be the way that the market flows. We are currently in a happy day. Yay! Prices are back up once again. A lot of people are very ecstatic. There's a lot of speculative, why are we moving kind of news. It says Bitcoin technical analysis. Is Bitcoin coming back above $20,000 this week? A lot of people believe so. It mainly has to do with a general a very strong tie-in with the stock market. But it's once again, as we've been discussing for the last couple of weeks, there are a number of people, that is to say analysts in the traditional market, who don't think that the Federal Reserve can raise the what do you call it? Percentage, the fee, the interest rate. There we go. The interest rate forever. At some point, it has to come to an end. We cannot have a 15% interest rate. And a lot of people think that we are, once again, this is all speculation, but this is what's being thrown around out there, that we are on the cusp of them having one or two more interest rate rises and basically having to turn back on the money printer because the rest of the world, as I said yesterday, is going down because of what these people say. See, the entire world's economy seems to be faltering, flabbering, falling on the floor because of their announcements. It says EOS price analysis, key upside break could trigger move to $2. Still no EOS news. No actual reason as to why this coin has been moving up. I look through the newses every single day. I look everywhere. There was nothing about EOS for the last 2 or 3 weeks. The coin's price continues to go up. I assume, once again, normally we see that when a coin is moving on its own compared to the rest of the cryptocurrency market for about a good week or two, we normally at some point end up getting news that there's an upgrade, there's an update, something big is coming, and we kind of get the hint that people have been buying behind the scenes because there's no actual reason, unless something magical is happening, that EOS should be pumping this hard every single day in price. The amount of between Bitcoin and Ethereum talk that you're going to see today is quite impressively intense because we are seeing a very gigantic divergence between the two coins. It is definitely because of the merge. This was spoken about something years ago. The idea of anything or any major coin not being on proof of work has always been a bit taboo, if you will. It was just kind of the way to show dominance. The top coins are using proof of work. They have thousands of machines backing them around the world. And now that we see this shift, if you will, for Ethereum to being able to, air quotes, mine these coins on your computer, a lot of people have drawn a very clear line in the sand, and they are either now completely team Bitcoin, or the amount of support for the new Ethereum merge and what Ethereum will be in a couple of days and also in the future has grown quite strong. I'm actually kind of shocked that people are so convicted on one side or the other. Bloomberg analyst Mike McGlone has labeled Bitcoin as a wild card, which is ripe to outperform once traditional stocks finally bottom out. In a 7th of September post on LinkedIn and Twitter, McGlone explained that while the United States Federal Reserve's tightening will likely determine the direction of the stock market, because it is, Bitcoin remains a wild card that could buck the trend, stating, Bitcoin is a wild card that's more ripe to outperform when stocks bottom, but transitioning to be more like gold and bonds. This theme is still there, and I thought we had gotten past it, but I think it'll always be part of the mythology of Bitcoin in some sort of way. There are a number of people who believe, for whatever reason, that Bitcoin's price is near the bottom or will continue obviously moving with stocks in some sort of way. But when stocks have bottomed, we do begin to rise back up in price. The Federal Reserve is no longer raising interest rates. They're talking about these massive, crazy moves. I'm not sure if it's this guy who's talking about it. No, it was definitely the other guy. They're talking about like huge price swings upward. Bitcoin doubling or tripling every single year once this interest rate event is kind of over. It's not impossible, but by any means. We've gone over that before. There is literally nothing holding Bitcoin back except for the people who are trading the coin, who are scared every time that the stock market moves down. We hit a $70,000 Bitcoin. We can most certainly do it again. Also here's another side of the line. Crypto analytics firm Chainalysis has suggested that the price of Ether could decouple from other crypto assets once the merge has happened, with staking yields potentially driving strong institutional adoption. This one, I think it's because the event is a lot closer. We can't tell when the Fed is going to stop raising interest rates. I think at that point, of course, Bitcoin will move up, but this one seems a little bit more immediate because I think a lot of people, once again, I think the main focus of a lot of hedge funds and wealthy individuals is Ethereum right now, simply because of what it is going to be providing. We went over this months ago, and I know that people have already forgotten about it. In a 7th of September report, Chainalysis explained that the upcoming Ethereum upgrade would introduce institutional investors to staking yields, similar to certain instruments such as bonds and commodities, while also becoming much more eco-friendly. The idea is that over the last, it's been 7 or 8 years since this narrative entered the market, is that they said that we needed, not the people from Ethereum, it was kind of the higher ups in the crypto space, that in order for us to move a lot higher, we obviously need a lot more cash injected into our ecosystem. It's just kind of logic. Bitcoin and Ethereum can move on their own when it's just like really strong, people who really believe in the cryptocurrency space are into it. But when you have billions and trillions being pushed into the market, of course, prices will then go higher. The other thing is that when these people who have the hundreds of millions and the billions get into the space, they would begin to look for things that were very similar to the old markets that they were into. They wanted dividends, they wanted returns, they wanted futures, they wanted so-and-so. So this is why you keep seeing that, the crypto space is constantly mimicking these things, giving them options, giving them derivatives, giving them so-and-so on Bitcoin and Ethereum and other wrapped coins and blah, blah, blah. You kind of get the entire hint. One of the main things that we've seen institutions talk about, if you look at CNBC, Fox Business, wherever you get your money news from, if they ever have a crypto segment, they always end up talking about it's the yields. You need to know that I own Ether. That's cool. The price is going up like a stock. That's amazing. What else does it do? Knowing that you can lock it up, that you can put it away, that you can use it to buy Ethereum domain names and all these other things, and now also staking as well as like a main platform for it, is going to be, I told you all this before, a main driver for people getting into this coin. The idea of Bitcoin, or Ethereum rather, going from $1,000 a coin to $5,000, fantastic, absolutely love it. But knowing that you can make a guaranteed return based on an algorithm that is guaranteed and is not based on the whim of some other Federal Reserve member behind the scenes is going to change the course of how people actually view this coin. The report said, everyone listen to this. This is the most important part. The report said that ETH staking is expected to offer between 10 to 15% in annual yield for stakers. Right. I know someone out there. I know. Yeah, exactly. 10 to 15% guaranteed is monstrous. That is a huge amount guaranteed. Keeping in mind that the Ethereum issuance rate is, I believe, falling to 10 or 20% of what it currently is right now once the merge takes place. There's also the constant coin burn that's going to be happening. What else is there's so many things happening at remember that the video that we had where the guy was talking about the triple halvening for Ethereum? There are multiple things happening at the exact same time. The issuance rate is dropping. The burn is happening. There's also the actual, when we had news earlier in summer, I think it was summer, from one of the developers who was like that they're fairly certain that the staking rewards would double. I think they were previously 5 to 7% or something like that. 10 to 15% is absolutely insane. If we get to a point where people who've been holding Ether for a while have $1 million in Ether and they're getting a guaranteed $100,000 to $150,000 for just holding their coins on the network, and they're making more money every single day, this coin's price is going to go completely insane. And this is why I find myself quite fascinating that the coin's price hasn't moved. It's probably going to be a post-merge thing. I think a lot of people are still on the lightly skeptical side, as this upgrade has taken 6 years to come to fruition. And I think once it actually happens and we see that it's working, that's when things should begin moving a lot more. But this is going to be a huge incentive for institutions to nearly exclusively, like there are so many other proof of stake coins. They'll give you 2%, 4%, 6.5%, what have you. A guaranteed 10 to 15% for the second largest coin in the world and the most used blockchain. It's a lot. Like, that's a lot of incentive for you to actually get into this thing. So, yeah, a lot of the other news, once again, you'll see as we go along, is along this line of I have chosen a side. I mean, to be fair, you can choose both. I don't know if people know that. You can love both and own both Bitcoin and Ethereum. But there are a lot of big wigs in the space who are kind of throwing their weight exclusively behind one of them. There are a couple of people who even before were just team Bitcoin. They were, Bitcoin, not even maximalist, like Bitcoin completionist. Like it was just Bitcoin to them. They're also now mentioning Ethereum as well in a bunch of sentences talking about it might not be that bad. They thought about getting some as well. And I'm like, okay, we're definitely seeing a very huge shift in momentum. Also, in popular news as well, a lot of analysts are looking, everyone has their own kind of chart. Everyone looks at their own wave or movement, or what was it? Was it SBI? I don't know what these letters are anymore, what people are talking about. However, the most popular one that people seem to be following right now is that apparently we are at this point in Bitcoin's price where historically Bitcoin has bounced off, and that's this like lighter line right here. Here are the other historical movements for Bitcoin right here. It's constantly bounced off, and guess where we are right now? At the same exact point as the other charts. And this is why a lot of people believe that we are just about to start moving back up for Bitcoin's price. This is like 1/20th of what was actually out there. I don't know if it's simply the movements back up in price today that caused everyone to become a technical analyzer when it comes to these movements and prices and where things are going to go. But a lot of people are very optimistic. I mean, my goodness, that we are getting ready to see some actual crazy movements. The only thing that I could lightly even put my coins on right now is mainly the Ethereum merge. Once we see that it works, 3 days have passed by, the system hasn't broken down, we should see prices move back up. And if Ethereum moves up, all the other coins would do the exact same. And that'll kind of be the light saving grace until we get like the stock market moving back on up. Also, in incredibly popular price news, Terra Luna Classic is still moving on up. It is the current price is 0.0005, so that is 3 zeros and then a 5. It is up by 61% this morning alone. Before I started the video, I checked prices. It is up by 61%. Keeping in mind, yesterday it was up by 40, the day before it was up by 70, and the day before that it was up by, I believe, 60% as well. Terra Luna Classic is now officially in the top 30 coins. What have you. The most popular news story of the day. This is it right here. It says Terra Luna Classic enters the top 30, beats Monero, Stellar Lumens, Bitcoin Cash, Mana, and Tezos. And there's a gigantic 30th birthday balloons next to fireworks with the Terra Luna Classic symbol. There is a lot of support for this coin. I'm going to make sure that I reiterate that. The people, the community behind this coin are very adamant that this coin is not only going to hit 1 cent again, but that it is going to go back up to $1. It is the most popular thing in the cryptocurrency space right now, and their trading volume continues to skyrocket. I assume that there's some type of petition or something behind the scenes where people are trying to get this also listed on Robinhood. The energy is quite strong. Also in the news, a crypto exchange known as MEXC has announced support for the Terra Luna Classic upgrade and the burning of Luna Classic fees that we heard also yesterday. I believe there are now 3 or 4 crypto exchanges who have come out in support for the Luna Classic upgrade. This is why the price continues to rise. And also there's going to be a general coin burn. And I believe the crypto exchanges will have an additional coin burning thing for the fees that are also going to be happening. Also, tying into that, told you it was the most popular news story of the day. It says, is Binance looking to support Terra Classic burns as the exchange's Luna Classic wallet goes under maintenance? I believe it is under maintenance right now. It's supposed to last for a couple of hours. Maintenance always lasts for a number of hours. I think I would be kind of shocked if Binance didn't support it. Binance kind of supports everything. There are... excuse my French, there are much more crappier coins, think about that, than Terra Luna Classic right now that Binance is also supporting that have very low trading volume. So yeah, this is the most popular news story of the day, besides the whole Bitcoin, Ethereum battle royale out in the streets kind of news. Terra Luna Classic continues to move up in price. The community really wants it to hit $1 once again. If we get any other type of major support, I think it really just takes a major crypto exchange to announce their support for it. Binance, Kraken, maybe Coinbase at some point as well. And, the thing that everyone cares about the most, Robinhood. We would probably see a 10-cent Luna Classic again, and also eventually $1. What have you. Yes. Most popular news story of the day, Terra Luna Classic continues to skyrocket in price. And also, unsurprising, the stock market went up yesterday. So, yeah. Now, it kind of makes a little bit more sense as to why Bitcoin and Ether went up. I think they do move up more and also down more comparatively to the stock market. I.e. stocks go up by 1%, 2%, Bitcoin goes up by 3%, Ethereum goes up by 6 or 7, but they're still following the exact same momentum. There's still a lot of optimism in Wall Street, but I think it's a lot of, I don't know. I'm not sure if the word is unwarranted. It's more of a, there's a lot happening, and people are getting quite nervous. Yeah. So, surprisingly, that's all the price. There's a lot of price news, I was telling you. Yeah. Right. Let's move on. Also in the news, Dan Moorhead, Chief Executive Officer of Pantera Capital, believes the crypto winter will soon come to an end and Bitcoin's price will head north again. He also argued that the supremacy of the 2 biggest digital assets by market cap, Bitcoin and Ether, has started fading, and people should pay attention to other crypto projects that are really important. And I'm going to give you a spoiler right here. he never announces what the other crypto projects are. We typically always get this news from very wealthy individuals who are in the cryptocurrency space. And this is always the general trend. Bitcoin's the best thing in the entire world. 2 years later, I'm into Ethereum. Ethereum's also kind of amazing. 2 years later, you know what? There are altcoins. We should also be looking at the altcoins as well. And I think this guy has simply tipped over into, oh, altcoins are also very important. However, we normally hear, oh, Polygon's amazing. I do not have any Polygon, but boy, howdy, is it spectacular. Or we hear like Solana, I just heard about it yesterday, but I have 7 million of them. I love me some Solana. This guy doesn't mention any coin, but he keeps talking about that like people should be paying attention to altcoins as well. And I'm like, sure, why not? In a recent interview for Bloomberg, the top executive and a keen cryptocurrency proponent, Dan Morehead, opined that the ongoing crypto winter will soon loosen its grip and be followed by a subsequent bull market. He said, we've gone through 3 big bear market cycles. I actually think that we hit the lows in June. I think Bitcoin was at 17,000 in June. I think that's where it was. And we are on the next big bull market. It might be rocky. It might take a while, but I think we are on the next leg of a rally. And then he was the one who said, yes, touching upon Bitcoin's future price, Morehead predicted it will continue rising by, or rather doubling 2.5 times per year. Per year. Nonetheless, he claimed that the crypto space has changed recently and does not circulate only around Bitcoin and Ether anymore. That's also completely true. We live in a very different crypto time now where many other crypto coins are bouncing back or kind of gaining huge amounts of popularity. I'm looking at you, Solana, Cardano, welcome to the club, Luna Classic, Shiba Inu, like feverish amounts of support behind these coins. The idea of Bitcoin 2.5 doubling every single year, that sounds a little, I don't know. That would mean we're at 20,000. That'd be, what was it? 2 timesing? 1 time, wait, 60? What? Would that be 75,000? Is my math incorrect there? If Bitcoin doubled, because you can't one-ll being a 1x. Anyway, that's the Dan Morehead is talking about how high. See, this is the trend I was telling you about. This is the everyone thinks prices are about to start skyrocketing news. I'd share their optimism. I'd be far more optimistic if we got news that the Fed was like, no more interest rates. I think that'd definitely do something to the market. But, once again, we're waiting on one human being out of 8 billion to tell us where the world's markets are going to go. So thank you, rich person on the screen, for telling us where you think Bitcoin is going to go next as well. Right. Let's move on. Also in very popular news, Binance US has launched its own Ethereum staking service with returns more attractive than those of its closest competitors. On the 7th of September, Binance US announced the launch of an Ethereum staking service, offering its users an initial annual percentage yield of 6%. According to the Binance US blog post, this new feature will allow users to start staking Ether if you have 0.01 Ether. The idea which is $1.62. The idea has been for a while that you need 32 Ether to be able to start staking. Binance said, nope, they're going to make it so that if you even have $1.62 worth of Ether, you can start staking. They said, while there is a 32 Ether requirement for staking directly through the Ethereum network, users can stake on Binance.us with a competitively low minimum of just 0.001 Ether. That's wild. So the news is Binance US has announced support for Ethereum. I believe that they are exclusively, as far as I know, just going to be looking after Ethereum and not paying attention to ETHPOW, who is constantly trying to get itself more and more into the news. None of the major exchanges are going to be supporting ETHPOW, thank goodness, because all it would do is cause an airdrop. You'd get a couple $100. I mean, you out there. And then after that, the prices of both coins would begin to fall because it's absolute nonsense. The really fascinating part that I find is that this news is going to begin circulating around that allegedly, if you stake Ether on your own and you can get 10 to 15%, I wonder if crypto exchanges will begin to raise their amounts. The news is popular because, one, it's Binance. Two, they've announced support for Ethereum staking. But three, where are the other numbers? It says currently Binance is offering a percentage yield much higher than its competitors. Nexo has a 4% yield. BlockFi has a 4% yield. Lido has 3.5%, and Coinbase has 3.25%. How people are still using Coinbase, I do not know. I actually mentally cannot understand it. If we get to the point where we get accurate numbers on the 16th and 17th of this month, that you are supposed to be getting 10 to 15% returns from staking Ether, and Coinbase has 3.25%, I don't think that's going to last very long. You would have to raise. First of all, people still use Coinbase, and Coinbase has 25% fees. So I think people would still use them. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Ether giving 15% fees and Coinbase taking 12% of them? Anyway, that's the Binance US has announced support for Ethereum staking. Binance US has announced support for their platform. And they now have Ethereum staking, what have you. Sure. Fantastic. All right. Let's move on. Also unpopular because the word Coinbase is there. Coinbase has just added 6 new coins to their listing roadmap, which puts the new tokens on the path towards being listed on their platform. The exchange says it plans to include DeFi protocol Convex Finance. I know I've also never heard of it. That is CVX. Along with the data monetization protocol Ocean Protocol. Okay. Retail business focused PundiX. Right. Decentralized exchange INJ. That is INJ. Content streaming protocol Audius. And NFT project Xmon. One of the most popular Digimon out there. Xmon. Transfers and trading of these assets will not be supported through until their listing is officially announced. Though. I was like through until it's officially announced. Assets added to the roadmap today include Convex, Ocean, Pundi, Inge, Audius, and Xmon. The firm also says that Tether's USDT, the largest stablecoin in the world, is now available to users in 31 different countries. So no matter what Coinbase does, their news ends up being popular. This is not the most exciting news in the entire world, but people love Coinbase news. Can you tell me, can you give me reason, tell me why people still use Coinbase? People told me before it's because like it's easy to use. Yeah, but so is Kraken and so is Binance and so are like the other exchanges. I feel like, here's my opinion, if there was an initial learning curve to using a crypto exchange, but I could save 24% in fees, because other crypto exchanges have like 1% fees, 0.5% fees, and Binance is also offering multiple 0% fees. I feel like I would take a week out of my life to learn that exchange so that I could save 25%. I'm telling you, something weird is going to happen. If listen, if you can get 15% off of your Ether and Coinbase is like, yeah, guys, we got 3%, and people are still using them, I think I would lose respect for a large portion of the planet, because that just doesn't. But also, remember I told you that story years ago where I had a friend and I was trying to get him into like investing and finance and stuff like that. And we were talking for like 2 weeks. And I thought he heard everything that I said, and then he went to a bank and put his money in a CD. For those of you who, if you don't know what it is, I don't blame you. A CD is a certificate of deposit. It's basically when the bank tells you to lock up money with them so that you can receive an interest rate over the course of a couple of years, but it's basically a scam because it doesn't even like get you towards inflation. So like, for instance, my friend, once again, we were talking about like getting into crypto, putting your money into the stock market, all, ways that he could make passive income in some sort of way. He put his money into a certificate of deposit, and they gave him, I think, 0.1% interest over the course of 5 years. So I think no matter how logical something can seem, people will still always do the opposite. I don't know. Anyway, that's the Coinbase might be adding 6 more coins, probably only 2 that you've actually heard of. I've heard of PundyX because PundyX was like a hype coin like 2 years ago. And I know Audius because Audius was a hype coin during last summer. That's about it. I know nothing about these coins. I know that anyway, that's the Coinbase news. Whoa, yeah, 6 new coins. However will they do it? That's wild. Alrighty, let's move on. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. GBU Wally, Manny Cryptos, Crypto Gambino, Bubble Mode, How's Life Austin, Auspicious Agile and Blockchain, Jamie Saad, Blockchain Simplified, and let's move on. Empire Queen, Roman Geba, Bitcoin, Ben Arachno, Dave Tony, Ambroski, The Dealers, Den Captain Something in the Z-Way, Lay, Mo, Barazi, VB Nerd 21, Miguel Grolay, Lauren De Silva, Quotabitty, Troy Olga, Space Case, Need a Miracle, Paternoster, Air, Navarro Williams, Utopia 569, Moonman High, XRP, Martin Story, Nostromo, John Sarson, The Animal Reader, Bibliophobia, Todd Mullis, Adam Graysick, Wise Night Owl, 242 to the World, Bankroll Network, Crypto Artist, Coldy, 3D, Setsuna, Richie Rich III, Paxis, Nick Mangialavori, Jim Garner, Jeremy Fox, Minting Coins. I hope that Nick Mangialavori is actually in Italy. I have no idea where that person is, but I say it in an Italian way because it sounds very Italian. Jim Gardner, Jeremy Fox, Minting Coins, Yes to Crypto, Bodie McBoatface, Anytime Fitness, Mouse Corner Staff, Bake Me a Cake, Tigger, Matronisa, On Crypto with Lionel, and Crayola and Michelle, URL. Thank you all very, very much for your continued support. Thank you to everyone who is a member of the channel. Thank you to everyone who left a like, who has left a comment, who has subscribed. Thank you for all the support. Once again, on my art. I like making art. I make art. I make the art. My art is there. Thank you to everyone who has supported the new channel. You're very nice people. Thank you for the nice comments as well. And yeah, just thank you in general. It's nice to be around nice people. At the moment, Bitcoin is up by 2.25%. It is at $19,228 US dollars. Ethereum is up by 6%. It is at 1,639. Binance Coin is up by 4%. XRP is up by 3. Solana is up by 5 percentile points. Matic is up by 3 as well. Ethereum Classic is up by 7.5%. Uniswap is up by 3.8. Litecoin is a smidge away from 5 percentile points as well. Cosmos is up by 7. Near Protocol is up by 9. Terra Luna Classic is up by 48% right now. Monero's up by 3 point something. Flow is up by 8.5. Flow is the one I always forget between Flow and Matic. Flow is the one that had all the recent partnerships. I guess theirs makes a little bit more sense. EOS is up by 11.7%. ¿Por qué? I ask these questions because there's no EOS news. Where you get this price hike from, bro? Like what's the haps? Mana is up by 3.1%. ApeCoin is up by 4. Tezos is up by 4. Aave is up by 5. Quant is up by 7 percentile points. Yeah. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope that you all have a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening. Wherever you are, wherever you might be, I hope it's incredible. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and or supporting, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See ya!